Roux is me and Ben Langmaid. We're kind of, it's like a studio band, and then when we take it out live, it's kind of looks a bit more like a solo act, a bit like Golf, but not Golf Act, the Roux. It's a bit of a toss-up, really. I chose it from a baby names book. My friend found a book of baby names from like the 80s or 70s or something in a skip, and he just basically said to me, you know, I said I've been having trouble like finding some names for us because we wanted it to be a project name, not a solo name. And he said, "Oh, why don't you have a gander in this book?" So I did, and like the first word I looked at was Roux, which is quite strange, and then I found out what it meant, and it was kind of good because it incorporated the red hair thing, and also I'm a bit French as well, not much, but a tiny bit French as well, so it just seemed right. Style-wise, I don't like to try and like describe it really. It's just pop music. I think a lot of people would argue it's electro-pop, but I think you can still have pop made with electronic instruments and it not be electro-pop. It can still just be pop. But influence-wise, David Bowie, Human League, Kraftwerk, you know, all the usual, Gary Newman, Prince, Michael Jackson, Heaven 17, Blancmange, Talk Talk, Tears for Fears, yeah, all the best bands. I write some of the stuff I wrote alone, and some of it I wrote before I met Ben, and then it was just like a verse or just a chorus or something, or just an idea, and then I'd take it to Ben. There's one song on the album that I wrote away from him, and there's one song on the album that he wrote, which is nice, and they're both kind of slower tracks. But everything else is done 50-50, but it's usually started by 90% of the tracks are started by an idea I've kind of like a chord sequence I've come up with at home, or a lyrical or melodic idea I've come up with, and then I take it to Ben, and then he helps focus it and helps write another section to it or whatever. So it's very much a collaborative relationship. But yeah, the ideas often start with one of us. I don't know. Themes. Love is a massive theme. That's the theme.
Yeah, love. Okay.
Love.
Excellent.
No, that's an impossible question. There's no way I could answer that. I don't think important's quite a strong word. I wouldn't say it's important. I think it's important in this job. Fashion and music have always gone together. They always have done, you know, and so many, you know, like genre movements have then been why fashion has been a certain way for a long time, like punk or, you know, like rockabilly or whatever. Like, you know, music always starts kind of new trends. It doesn't usually come from music. But it is important now, but if you'd have asked me 2 or 3 years ago, I wouldn't have cared less. But I'm getting more into it as well. I'm getting to know my names a bit better, and sort of being able to find things, find gems and stuff. Yeah, so I guess it's fairly important. Have I ever been there? Yeah, I went there. Well, we've been there like about, me and my parents have a house there, which my granny lived in France for like about 12 years, I think. And she spoke fluent French, and she spent the end of her life there, and she had this lovely cottage in Normandy. And she left it to us, so we now have this house there. And we spend a lot of time in France. I feel more strongly connected to France sometimes than I do to England. There's so many things about the culture and the people that I really like, which you rarely hear English people saying. But I love it. I love so many things about France, and yes, I hope to go there lots more.